WHBC.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast for tonight. Cloudy and mild, periods of rain and a thunderstorm around, the low of 57. Breezy for Saturday with a couple of morning showers, then a mix of clouds and sun in the afternoon, the high up to 76. Sunday, warmer and humid with a mix of clouds and sun, the high up to 82. Monday, breezy in the morning, quite warm, the temperature approaching the record of 84, set back in 1888 with a high of 82. I'm meteorologist Jason Caterina for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
WHBC AM Canton, reliable as ever, powered by Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Now back to Kenny and JT on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
His name was Robert Brazile, and with a lineman's bulk and a halfback speed, he was both tracker and destroyer. For opposing running backs, the man they called Dr. Doom was a double nightmare. Whether they had to block him or run on him, they never stood a chance.
'Cause we're the Houston Oilers. Houston Oilers. Houston Oilers number one.
That's the guy with the good voice, not us.
That's how you bring in a special guest, right?
How sweet.
You hear the NFL films and then the Houston Oilers.
I love that.
Look out, Pittsburgh. Here I come.
Hey, did you steal that song from Miami or did they steal it from you?
There we go. It's Cleveland. That's a Cleveland fan.
Right.
That's a Cleveland fan that asked that question. Everything starts in Texas, then we give it to everybody else. So nothing started in Miami but sunshine.
Happy to have in studio with us Robert Brazile from the Houston Oilers and the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2018 in town as part of the Hall of Fame residency program. And we're already catching up out in the lobby, and you've got some great stories to tell. But they've been keeping you busy this week, and you told me you've enjoyed every minute of it so far.
Every minute.
Share with our listeners what you've been up to.
Well, first of all, when you could come back, you know, I think about the time when I was enshrined, and my mother was being taken care of about this. You know, when you got the word off, you know, you got to make the Hall of Fame speech, you got to get all your kids in town, but my mama had to be pushed around during my enshrinement, and she's not the kind to be pushed around. But the people here, from the Hall of Fame, all the volunteers, this whole city took care of the person that I really, really love. And I wanted to do something for them. I wanted to be a part of this program. This resident program gets me, when I go down the street in Canton, going down the road waving, I see all these wonderful eyes that I'm been up since before sunrise to get a spot. See, I'm used to the parade. I'm from Mobile, Alabama. We have Mardi Gras, but it's not like the Canton Parade. It's totally different, and these people are here to support you, and I want to do something special for these people.
So you get enshrined in 2018, and when you come in for that week, I would imagine every minute of every day is taken. You're going here, going there, dinners and everything else. Obviously, the induction ceremony. And now with the residency program, what exactly did they have you do this week?
First of all, I went to a elementary school.
Okay.
Guys, they teaching here up here. I was a retired teacher. I went and saw
That's right.
4th graders and 5th graders, and every kid in the cafeteria and in the classroom had something to ask me a question. How sweet is this when you got kids saying, "What about this, Mr. Brazile? What about that, Mr. Brazile?" And I got an answer for the kids. And I met this special young lady. She was born on the same day as I was, February the 7th. And her mama worked at the hall, so I knew that I had to bring her something. I gave her a Dr. Doom shirt, but this year I bought her a jersey. And oh my God, I never seen cheeks that red in my whole life. But
nice.
From there, we went to a resident, the old folks home. I'm not going to get emotional because these people need everyone to visit them every now and then. It was one young lady that was 83 years old, and I gave her some bees, a Mardi Gras hat, and a cup. And she said, "Nobody never gave me nothing."
Wow.
That went through Robert. That went through Robert. My wife was there. She went to crying. I went to crying. But when you can go visit these people that need all of us to visit them, then from there, I went around in the city, over to the high school, McKenzie. I've been up to the college today.
Union, yeah.
Man, let me tell you something. Y'all missed something. Y'all should have been there.
Yeah.
It's a young guy there that mediated this thing. He's good. And whenever you get to retire, I think I got somebody.
You're coming after our job.
Coming at your job.
Yeah.
You know, you got to always, who came after my job?
Right.
Nah, this kid was great. So it's been emotional, fun, rewarding. I've been to Habitat Humanity. I did this. I've been all over the city. I've been places that you can't go during the enshrinement week.
Yeah.
And that's all about the enshrinement, the people that's been enshrined. So now I can do something for the city. That's what I want to
We
do.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
really
appreciate it.
man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, the
This
fans.
is my second home, guys.
Right,
Come
it
on.
means a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're
spent
family
a couple
now,
of
right?
nights here.
You know that. So, all right, Dr. Doom, I saw you play. All right, I grew up in Pittsburgh.
So how old are you now?
I'm 60. Okay.
You saw me. You
Yeah,
saw me.
I saw you play,
You
right?
saw me.
And I remember the two AFC championship games.
Yes.
Renfro was in, by the way.
He
Okay.
was.
If they would have had replay back in the day, it would have been a touchdown.
No, let me tell you something.
Here we go.
Here we go.
No.
What?
You remember what quarter that was in when that play was thrown, that Pasarena's pass?
Was it second quarter? It was still when the game was in doubt, right?
How many more quarters we had?
Oh, you had two more quarters. Yeah.
What did we do?
Didn't get it done.
Didn't get it done. So don't talk to me about that
Okay,
play.
okay.
Because that makes me mad because I could not get the Houston Oilers back to playing Houston Oilers football.
Yeah.
We was playing the Super Bowl champion. Forget that call. I take care of him after the game. But right now, we got Pittsburgh in front of us.
You know what the big problem is? My partner over here is a former basketball player. Don't tick off a linebacker. Don't make linebackers mad.
Never.
He's
I
still
love
a big
this
man.
approach, though. I love that mentality. That's what you have to have.
That's what-
You can't go back and change it,
They
right?
can't change it, so it's over with.
Right.
I still got to worry about Franco, Lynn Swan, John Stallworth, Bradshaw, and Rocky
amazing.
Bly.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Rocky
God.
Bly.
That hard-hitting.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something. That's a man in a small body. I throw everything at Rocky. He get up with a smile on his face and say, I'll be right back.
They said the same about you, though. They said you would tackle somebody, get up with a smile. How can you be a nice guy when you're a linebacker?
And a nickname like Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom.
I can't do nothing mad. None of us can. We can't do nothing mad. When you're mad, you're
Football's
gonna
supposed to be a mean sport.
No. I can't do nothing. If I get mad, you don't want to fuck with me. Excuse me, but you don't want to mess with me,
Right?
As long as I'm smiling, you're getting the best out of me.
Really? Interesting. I love to hear. How'd you get the nickname Dr. Doom? Where'd it come from?
Y'all remember the college All-Star game?
Yeah?
Sure.
That's when the greats of college plays the Super Bowl champion, which was the Pittsburgh Steelers at that time. We there, and Richard Wood, which played for my Tampa Bay.
Okay.
He came from SC. His nickname was Batman.
Okay.
And he saw what kind of talent I had. And we was trying to be buddies. And he said, I need to find you a nickname. I said, man, my daddy gave me the best name in the world, Robert Lorenzo Brazile Jr. Just let me be that person. He said, no, you need a nickname. So Howard Cosell is listening at this conversation. And Howard said, Robert, you need to take that name and break it down a little bit. I said, break it down? Lee, don't worry about the doctor. You know, that's professional. You're already a professional. He said, take that Doom part. D-O-O-M. Deaf on offensive men. I said, I'll take it. I said, I'll take that.
That's awesome.
And that's how I got the
Dr.
name.
Doom.
And it's amazing, too, because Dr. Doom, you played with or alongside, and we're going to go back to college because that college all-star game, Jackson State, right?
Is that right?
So you played alongside of Walter Payton in
I was his
college.
roommate.
Okay. So Walter Payton in college, Earl Campbell in the pros.
Wait.
Right?
Listeners, I want y'all. I slept with the best two running backs in the world.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you, I snored and slept with the best two running backs in the world. Now, let me tell y'all, in different beds. I want y'all to get that right.
I hope so.
Walter Payton
Yes.
in college and Earl Campbell on the road. How good could that
That's
be?
unbelievable. Tell us a little bit about Walter.
Walter, I think because I'm sitting here today, I owe a lot to the Payton family, but Walter especially. Walter pushed me to the limits because you could not work Walter. But Walter met a person from Mobile that he could not work. And we knew this. We assumed this, and we said every day he would come up with something new. I would come up with something new. When everybody else was going to the cafeteria or going, we done ate and we out there working on our game. Come on, let's do this. Let's do that. Everyone, remember what this dude made me do at 3:30 in the morning one morning?
Probably run that hill?
No. You ever been up a water tower?
No way.
Don't dare me. Wow. Don't dare Robert Brazile. You go, I go, but you go first.
You climbed a water tower.
Jackson, Mississippi.
Wow, man.
I mean, it was just that tight. I was in so good of a shape.
Yeah.
If my mom would have called me from Mobile and told me she needed me, I'd have left the fucking dormitory running, going to Mobile.
That's awesome. So you get drafted in 1975. 3 of the top 6 picks are HBCU guys. Now, we had known Don Shell.
Donnie Shell.
Donnie Shell
Yeah.
was the first Hall of Famer that we had met from the HBCU, but there's a lot of them. And, it keeps continuing to grow into the Michael Strahans of the world. Did you ever imagine when you were at HBCU, Jackson State, that you would be drafted in the top 10 in the NFL draft on the day of round 2 of the NFL draft today?
They messed up and let Walter and myself go to the East-West Shrine game.
Ah.
We had Bo Schambacher as a coach, and he couldn't believe what he was witnessing. I told Walter, I said, Walter, you're the best running back in the world. Prove it to me. Because I'm going to be the best linebacker in the world. At this game and at these practices, we went from there to the Senior Bowl and did the exact same thing. And I ain't saying this about nobody else doing that shit. I don't think nobody on the field understood what we was doing because it was a secret, but we was on a mission to prove to the NFL that we were the best. Because I literally thought I was going to be the draft choice for the Dallas Cowboys that year.
Okay.
That would made me number 1 in the pick. Something happened. They drafted Randy White as a linebacker that year.
Randy White came out.
But you know why?
Why?
Bob Hill had so many athletes on his team, he only allowed the press and the scouts to come to pro day. What y'all doing the combine, we had our pro day.
Okay.
I ran a 4.45 that day.
Dang.
All right? I passed that little test. They took all that back to 2 scouts from Dallas to give Bryant. Yeah, Bryant said, no, I don't believe this.
Because he didn't see it.
He didn't see it. Go back and do it again. He came down there, and Bob Hill looked him in the eye like one man to another. I want to do it for once. I ain't going to make no exception for the Cowboys. You don't buck the wrong bull.
Right.
You can't buck the wrong bull, dog. You all know it.
Right.
So they end up drafting Randy White from Maryland, number 1. And I went 6th in the nation. Now, we didn't do bad.
Right.
I was going to say, it turned out okay.
All
We
3
didn't
Hall of
We
Famers.
didn't do bad. Me and Walter made history.
Yeah.
Right.
2 first-rounders from an HBCU.
Jackson State.
2 first-rounders.
Right.
But guess who was on that team? Jackie Slater.
Oh,
wow.
offensive lineman. You
And
went
we had
against.
so many other people. Leon Gray.
Loaded.
Man.
The team's loaded.
But let me tell you this story. When we got to, first we went out to Bo Schambacher, and I was looking at all the talent. I said, Walter, you seen the thing? Different. I said, can't none of these people tackle you. Not when you're being Walter Payton. I don't know. Ain't nobody over there can block me. I'm going to show you in a few minutes.
Wow.
So I had measured my talent up to what I was up against. Sure. So in the back of my mind and what we was hearing from the scouts, we was going in the first round, but where we didn't know.
Okay.
The answer to your question.
And you end up going to the Houston Oilers and make it to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, class of 2018. But along the way, NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year,
I had to
1975.
prove something.
Yeah, you did. And chip on your shoulder?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm still mad at, who
Dallas.
I'm mad at.
First team All-Pro, and
I still had to prove something.
right, 78, 79. Now, like I said, during that time, that's when the Steelers were ruling the NFL. And that's the linebackers that were in the league at that time. For you to beat out who you beat out, but to be all-pro, that says something right then and there. Forget the Pro Bowl. I always look at all-pro, right? Because Pro Bowl's popularity contest, all-pro is the best of the best, right? And you were an all-pro 6 times, first team or second team, and all-decade team of the 70s. What does that mean? When you look back on how special and how dominant the 70s were and the teams that played in there, and you're part of the all-decade team of the 70s, what does that mean to Robert Brazile?
At the time when I got out of the league.
Get up closer to that microphone, sir.
After I got out of the league, you got to understand I was in search for this. And all these other people was going in, and my name wasn't called. I kept it all on the inside. I said, it's just like I used to tell my mom or anybody else, Mom, you can make that pound cake every day because you know all the ingredients to do it. But the best thing you do, you know how to cook it. And for me to get cooked right, I had to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So I was like, not this year. Not this year. And my parents are aging. And I'm saying, please, Lord, let my parents see me go into the Hall of Fame. This is me talking to myself 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't talk to nobody about my problem. And but 2 people need to know them, me and him.
Right.
That's it. So when I got that call or that knock, I said, my mama going to see it. My dad going to see it. And he is the Hall of Fame. Let's get that straight. His name is Robert Brazile.
Because you're junior.
I'm junior.
Yeah, I get it. Robert Brazile with us right now, member of the class of 2018 Pro Football Hall of Fame. Now, we've had other residents in here. We had Leroy Butler, we had Tim Brown, Joe DeLamalure, and now, of course, yourself. And the one question I feel to ask all of them. In today's game, if there was a player you can compare that plays as close to the way you played back then, who would it be in today's game?
Well, I have to downsize my coaching as a player because I was really a physical linebacker. I couldn't hit, but I couldn't do this nowadays. So, I don't think nobody could, I think the last of the Brazils left with Lawrence Taylor.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, style of play and the rules and the way the game is being played now, right?
Not saying I couldn't adjust my game.
Right.
Because I had
How hard would that have been, though, to calm you down, to tame you to the rules that they have to play by today based on how you grew up playing the game?
It depends on how many kids I need, how many bills I got to pay.
Okay.
No, if you look at my walls, and I look at it all the time, and I bring kids over to my house, and they say, how were you able to do that? I got Roger Staubach in the DDT. I got Billy Kim, I get around the neck like this. I got all quarterback shots on my wall. They
Do you
said,
really?
Yes.
Nice.
They said, all of that's illegal, Coach. I said, well, back then I could do it.
Right.
But this is how I want you to do it. And I got these pictures where I made the correct but chest tackles. And,
Form tackle. Yeah.
There's too many defensive people getting hurt because of that. Because you got to gear down. You got to come out of your shoes when you hit somebody. You really got to come out of your shoes. You know what I'm talking
Form
about.
tackle?
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, yeah. I mean, and I remember Chuck Noll back in the day when they talked to Oilers, they talked defense. You were the guy they were game planning against, okay? You were the one that they knew they had to put 2 guys, maybe 3 guys on blocking or make sure.
They couldn't because I had another Hall of Fame over there with me, Evan Bethea.
You did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right, up front. So he was taking up some of the traffic. And then
that was taking on 3 of them steelers named
right?
Curly Cup.
Yeah, and so that team was so good.
It was.
But
it was.
Bum's famous line was, we're going to knocking on the door. One day we're going to kick it in. It did. Was that frustrating that you got that close and you couldn't kick it in? Or did making the Hall of Fame make up for not being able to get past that point?
No, it would never be because you want to beat the best at the best. And the game of football is about winning and losing. We lost to a great team. I'm going to give Pittsburgh, I love playing them because I like playing against the best. Don't put no mediocre person out there. If me and Rocky see each other, we're going to say, well done, my friend. well done, you know. So, but the Hall of Fame, nah, that's validation for an individual person. This is saying, Robert, thank you for all the hard work you put in the game. And that's what I want to hear.
And that team, you never get cut from that team. Once a Hall
I'm
of Famer.
Hall of Famer 312.
There it is, number 312.
I'm Hall of Famer 312. And I wears it on my golf cart, my jacket. A lot of things now done turned to Hall. I even got on certain hats that I wear.
Perfect.
Yes.
That's outstanding. I want to ask you a question about defense, because we see that all of a sudden the Houston Oilers under Bum Phillips goes to a 3-4 instead of a 4-3. We hadn't seen it before. Did it make a difference for your style of play if you were in a 3-4 or a 4-3?
The perfect defense.
Okay.
The perfect defense for me. Now, I hope y'all can remember Teddy Washington?
Yeah.
Teddy Washington.
Big man.
Teddy Washington was the prototype of strong side linebacker.
Okay.
Teddy could take Ozzie. He could take any tight end and say, hello, I'm Teddy Washington. What you want to do with me today? I'm going to have you right here until Robert make all the tackles.
Okay.
And you can't get off the line of scrimmage until it's time for me to go rush the quarterback. All right. Now, next to him, I had a guy named Andy Doors.
Okay.
Quick, fast. We're going to either slant over here to Teddy or come to Robert on a slant. Now I got Curly at nose guard. Curly, you don't know, he could butt the center, hold this guard with one hand and this guard with the next hand. And next to me was the beast, Evan. And then Evan played games with everybody. They didn't know if we was coming or we was dropping. Evan know we had practiced so good and so hard to each other. I know every move that Evan was going to make.
Okay.
A lot of times, I wasn't supposed to be in Russia, but Evan ended up, I'm going out here because they ain't going to do no, you know, and I'm coming in here because I'm going to take this tackle with me. I go get him. Trying to beat Rocky.
He's the guy. Out of all those players, Rocky Blyer, who knew?
No, man, you can knock Rocky to his knees. He gets up and look you right in the eye like a man. So
Wow.
And you know what? Growing up there, and his story is legendary. Vietnam vet, foot shrapnel blown off, right?
A man.
Right. So
a man. Ain't no boy no more.
probably football to him was nothing compared to what he had been through, right?
That's
so
true.
as good as you were, he's willing to take you on and come back for more because he survived Vietnam.
Our thing between me and him was who's going to close the show. Who's going to have the last say so.
Okay.
Who's going to close the show? He closes sometime, and I close him sometime.
We're happy to have in studio with us Robert Brazile, Houston Oilers 75 through 84 Hall of Fame class of 2018. Dr. Doom, and we found out how he got that nickname here today on the Kenny and JT show, and he's in town for the Hall of Fame residency program, which has been a huge hit already. We're getting great feedback on all the guys that we've had in studio. We're right now, if you're listening to us, you can also watch this on Facebook. It's live, or you can go back and watch it as well, and we're getting a ton of views on this as well. I heard this from Joe DeLamalure last week. He said when they called and said they were doing this, they had over 60 guys sign up right away, that they wanted to be a part of this. And you kind of painted the picture why you wanted to be a part of it with your mom and everything during the Hall of Fame week and that. What else have you heard from other guys that have come back for this, or when they come back for the parade, why it means so much to come to their second home, Canton, Ohio?
See, I'm on what you call a 6-year vet in the Hall of Fame, and when I come back, you got to pick and choose what you want to do. Joe and Evan does the play-by-play and the passing of the football.
Okay.
The passing of the football to get this weekend started off. You know, those guys are almost 70 and 80 years old, but they are like little kids. They're like little kids passing this football every year. I see people like Bobby Bell has missed 1 year. I see people like Joe Green, my idols, Dick Buckets before he died, Willie Lanier. All these people clear their calendar for this weekend and for the people here in Canton. I wanted to be that person. I want to do this because not just for them, but the people that's welcoming me here. I mean, you got to get in the parade, man. You need to ride with me in the parade and see the eyes and the warmness and the people saying, thank you for playing this game. Thank you for coming to my hometown. Thank you for just being here, making it nice for us. Oh, man, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You mentioned the fact you were a school teacher. You were also a football coach. Now, as a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame and number 312, that's the number of Hall of Famers that were in there. You were the number 312th enshrinee. The questions that go through my mind are the stories we hear about the Ray Nitschke lunch that are just legendary. And you mentioned the fact that you've only been a Hall of Famer for 6 years. You get together with every class. Now you're in there. You take on a little bit more leadership role and tell them what's expected of the younger generation and say, man, I am that leader. I am Robert Brazile. I am number 52. I am number 312. You're going to listen to me.
So the first year, in 2018, I had to listen. I had to listen. And after that, I will never tell you what we do inside there. It's private. It's only for the gold jackets. But let me tell you, it's life-changing for you. All the thoughts, all the words was being told at that time.
Like being a player again. Like you're being a player again.
No. You there.
Okay.
You there.
Okay.
It's a secret society. That's your group, your fraternity, if you will.
Gold jacket.
Like we said, once a gold jacket, always a gold jacket.
The death do us part.
Yeah, that's it.
And after that.
And it remains with the busts and everything. How'd you like your bust?
I loved it.
Yeah?
A lady told me today, woo, you're a good-looking young man.
You're a good-looking older man, too. John Madden once said that the busts at night come to life, they talk to each other. Who is Robert Brazile talking to?
Walter.
Nice.
Walter.
Nice.
You know, I hate he wasn't here for me because I was sitting at home crying for him. And when he mentioned my name, that's all I needed.
That's incredible. That's a great story.
But he knew, though, that you were going to get in, didn't he? I mean, deep down, he knew you were worthy of...
He took me with him.
Okay.
I'll always be there with Walter. Like always would be with me wherever I go.
That's awesome. Robert, we can't thank you enough for coming in studio with us, spending some time telling great stories like this, but more importantly, coming back
candy.
to Canton.
He brought some candy.
Yeah, we got all kind of candy here. He's bringing us gifts here. But coming back to Canton again for another, not just during Hall of Fame week when it's expected of the Hall of Famers to come back, for you to sign up and be part of this residency program and go to elementary schools, high schools, Mount Union College, the old folks home, all over the place. That's a tip of the cap to you for being the person that you were and still are, and we look forward to catching up with you whenever you're in town again.
Can I tell you guys this, and I've told people everywhere I went, I want to do this for y'all. So all you got to do is call me. You'll never... this is the answer you're going to get. Robert is not busy. Or when. I will never give you a no.
That's outstanding.
Okay?
We'll keep that in mind.
It's people like you that make it work. It takes, like they say, a community, a village. And y'all are part of my village. We got to have this exposure.
We love having you.
People would never know I was here but everybody know I'm here now.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Awesome to meet you and talk with you. And he is Dr. Doom Robert Brazile.
Hall of Famer 312.
There it is, 312. I like that. We'll get a break in right now. We'll come back with plenty more of the Kenny and JT show right after this. Stay with us.
It's Kenny and JT on WHBC.
WHBC AM Canton, reliable as ever.